kind of have to do it, right? You have to do it because you want to get attention. You want people to listen to you, and if you're serious and you talk about deep subjects, people will listen. So then there is the next thing, right? Which is where you do YouTube, which I have as well. And I strongly recommend you, Skender, for you as well, to go to my YouTube because there I do a lot more in depth videos. I just posted the videos, 20 fucking minutes of pure motherfucking in depth value. You can learn so much more from my YouTube than from my shorts. But yeah, I would strongly recommend you check that out. But it's only for people who have not the attention span of a goldfish, right? People who can sit down for 20 minutes, take a pen, take some paper, and just note, actually listen, focus. Most people cannot do that. All right, bro, do that, do that. Let me know what you think. Not now. Stay here. I enjoy your company, dude. But you can find the link in my bio, by the way. But then I discovered this, and I think this is the best way to connect with you because this is life, right? There's no way you can't fake a life, you can't script a life. It's just you are right there with me. Like, I fucking love that, right? Like you guys are just. It feels like there's someone with me, right? If I take my phone and like blah 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 blah, I'm talking to a camera. But now you guys are here, you guys are responding. I'm getting feedback, I'm getting questions. Sometimes, if someone has a really good question and they're very polite, I'll get them on the live. So they join, we call for a bit, I do some real life coaching. Dope, right? I think that's fucking dope. Anyways, any questions, guys? This would be the moment. This would be the moment. Shoot, motherfuckers. Shoot. If not, then I'm gonna just go on a little rant over here. So let's talk about something that is very, very fascinating. Justin, good to have you back, my brother. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good to have you on here, bro. I know that with the approach anxiety training, that was a big hassle for me to get it done. But you pointed me out on a flaw in the system that I built, so I appreciate that. You also gave me a fucking migraine fixing the system. What's up, Josh? You also gave me a migraine fixing the system because fucking hell, dude. Like I was having stomach aches and I was just being a little computer nerd trying to figure out where the fucking mistake was. But thank you. I appreciate that. It's fixed now. It should be working. So that's good. Any questions? Ask me. If not, I'm going to talk about something that I find very fascinating. I don't have this a lot. It rarely happens to me, but I know a lot of you struggle with it. So I want to talk a little bit about what it is in depth. What I'm talking about is the pullback. Yeah, no, your mail isn't glitched. It's my mistake. Yeah, I messed that up. So what I want to talk about is the pullback. Guys, do you resonate with this? Because if you don't resonate with it, I'm not going to talk about it because then there's literally no value in it. Do you ever have it where maybe you have a date with a girl, you have one date, then all of a second, poof, she's gone. She doesn't want to see you anymore. Or maybe you've been dating this girl for quite a while. Could be like you're on date number 5. Maybe you even give her a little pecker on the cheek, huh? Naughty, naughty, naughty. Maybe you've been seeing each other for a month or 2 months or whatever, and all of a sudden, she pulls back. You can feel it. Her energy, she's pulling away, and you're like, something is happening. And as this is happening, you're like, I don't know what is happening, but I don't like it. So you start to get anxious. Do any of you resonate with that? Where you feel like, oh, you're feeling anxious. You're like, you feel this fear of loss. You're like, fuck, what do I do? What's the move? What should I do? How can I fix this? Any of you guys, if you guys have this, because if you're like, no, I never had that. I literally never had a date with a girl. Then there's no point in talking about this. So let me know. Is this something that would be valuable for you if I talk about it? Or is there another subject where you're like, no, I actually prefer you talk about that because that's what I'm struggling with? Let me know. I'll give you 1 minute as I'm going to make a coffee. What is the time? 10:30. Do I do coffee? 10:30? Fuck yeah, dude. I am living on the edge. I do coffee whenever I want. That's how I roll. So let me know if there is another subject you would like me to talk about. If not, I'm going to talk about the pullback. So, what is the pullback? Why does it happen? How do you prevent it? Because you literally, she doesn't pull back. Do you realize that? She does not pull back. You push her away. you ever think about that? Sometimes I'm like, I'm such a genius. I'm just messing. But she doesn't pull back, you push her away. What is a pullback? Why does it happen? And what can you do to prevent it? And then again, what can you do if it's happening to reverse it? Would you guys like it if I talked about that? Would you guys like it to make sure that girls will never pull back from you anymore? And even if they do, you're like, oh, this is actually expected. I know what I need to do right now. Would that be something where you're like, fuck yeah? All right. Then let me explain. Pullback. What does it do? So let's talk about shit tests first. We all know what a shit test is. I talk about that quite a lot. But for the ones who don't know, a shit test is basically her testing your strength. In the beginning, that takes small form. So it could be you approach her, big balls. You're like, yo, what's up? I like you. What's your name? She's gonna shit test you. Meaning she'd be like, I bet you say that to all the girls. What she's doing, she's testing your brain. She's literally pushing your buttons to see if you fumble, right? She's not evil. She's not mean. This is in her nature. And the only reason that she does this is because she wants to have the best partner. And do you think, I mean, I can teach a guy to walk up to a woman and be really confident the first 10 seconds. Of course I can. It's not that difficult. Just say, yo, hold strong eye contact, project your voice, be relaxed, breathe in, breathe out, and just do it. Like, okay. But then if I can teach a guy to be very confident for 10 seconds, and the girl's like, okay, impregnate me, and now she has a baby from a loser, right? Everyone can act all cool. Doesn't mean you are cool. So a shit test is a woman testing you. Okay, you seem cool, but are you? That's a shit test. Understood? Oh, let's see what we have here. I want to know how to really detach from someone that you truly loved. I feel that I can be easily attached with someone even when I don't really like her. But we share many common points we share an amazing energy. Yeah. And so I want to know how to really detach from someone you truly loved. I feel that I can easily touch someone. Are you with her now at this point or not? Like, are you in a relationship or you want to detach from her? Why? Anyways, pull back. I'll let you type and then I'll come back to you. So pullback. A pullback basically is the end form of the shit test. So you know what a shit test is now? She's testing your strength. By the way, if she tells you, I bet you say that to all of the girls, what you say is, of course not. Only to the pretty ones. And you just smile, you just remain cool. You're like, I don't give a fuck. That's what you say basically with your energy. The ultimate shit test is the pullback. It is her pulling back to seeing what you will do. This is it. If she pulls back and you start squirming, you're like, oh, well, I'm anxious. Oh, she knows, huh? So it was all a facade. It was all an act. You acted cool, but you're not. Does that make sense? A pullback is the ultimate shit test. A pullback is her testing your strength. And if you fail that test, you do that by getting emotional, start chasing a lot, getting anxious. She knows, all right, you're not a good mating partner because you've been acting cool, but you're really not. How do you prevent a pullback? A pullback is quite easily prevented, actually. And not a lot of dating coaches talk about this. It's strange to me. Like most dating coaches, what they say is she will always pull back. She will always pull back. It's in her nature, blah, blah, blah. I strongly disagree. I have not had a pullback in years. So obviously, there's something I'm consistently doing that's making sure that they don't pull back. Recently, I had one, by the way. It was very interesting. I was like, huh, that's a long time ago. Ah. But what am I doing making these girls not pulling back? I believe it's a combination of two things. One, I am completely non needy. So, in order for you to be non needy, you need to do the following things. One, you need to actually think through what would it be like living without her. You need to actually consider the possibility that she's going to leave you and then think for yourself, what would that be like? Would you be crying? Would you be unable to ever move on from that? Is she really the one that fulfills your soul? Dude, and by the way, this is sarcastic. If your answer is yes, you're fucked. Because no, maybe you think like that, but whenever you whenever it actually happens, you lose her, she's like, you know what, I don't like this anymore, I'm out. You're gonna get over it, dude. You will get over. Sure, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel sad, but you're gonna get over it. Just a matter of time. So you have to realize that. Actually, think it out. Like, okay, if she actually would leave me, I would be okay. I'd be sad, but I would be okay. Think that out. The second thing you do is you make sure that you validate yourself. You get validations from different areas than just her. So a lot of men, what they do is like, oh, you complete me, you. You don't want to be looking in her too much for your completion. You kind of want to live an epic life. If you got friends, you got passions, you got hobbies, you're going out, you're doing cool shit, you're hitting the gym, you pick up a fight sport, you do cool shit. You be like, sure, if she leaves, that sucks, but I got a cool life. I got some cool friends. I can get another girl. So these two things together, what they create is non-neediness. What that creates is an energy where you are willing to walk away. Donald Trump talks about this. You're willing to walk away. You have, if you want to make the deal, you have to be willing to walk away from the deal. That's it. If you are willing to walk away from the deal, you're going to have a different energy because now you're unwilling to settle, compromise, and change who you are for her. Because you're like, I'd prefer to walk away. If she's going to do certain things that you don't like, you're like, babe, stop this. And when you say stop this, you have force because you're like, you're serious. If you're not willing to walk away, you're like, babe, stop this. She knows I can do whatever I want because you're not going to leave me anyways. You're my bitch. So she is going to push the buttons. She wants to wake you up, step up, be a man. So these two things are going to create the willingness to walk away. When you have the willingness to walk away, the whole dynamic changes. She feels this. She feels, okay, he's willing to walk away. If I'm not on my best behavior, if I'm going to fuck with him, not in a good way, if I'm going to fuck with him, my behavior has consequences with him. Then what's going to happen is she won't pull back. Why would she? She wants to be with you. She's not going to pull back because she's like, why would I pull back? I want to be with him. I like this dude. Basically, if you have that down, the non-neediness, you're halfway there. Let me finish this story and then I'll come back to you. You're halfway there. The second part you need is emotional intelligence. You need to be completely hyper aware of the situation that you're in emotionally, the dynamic, and what's going on. So that means you need to understand exactly what's going on in her mind. You need to be able to feel her emotions. So when you're with her, you need to feel, hey, something changed in the energy. Something is up. And then you need to be able to know exactly how to appropriately deal with that. What's up, bro? Good to have you on. Then you need to be able to appropriately deal with that. So those are two different things. One is you need to be aware of the shift in the dynamic. You need to be aware of the energy, of the emotional state of the other. Literally, sometimes I feel like Neo in the fucking Matrix, dude. When I'm with a girl and I look at her, I know exactly what she's feeling. You need to have that level of emotional intelligence. If you combine that with non-neediness, like complete non-neediness, she's not going to pull back. She will never pull back. The only reason she pulls back is because she's testing you. It's the ultimate shit test is the pullback. She's going to pull back and see, okay, you seemed cool so far, but are you? Or was it all an act? If you get anxious, so it was an act. I'm happy I pulled back. Now I know. So if you're never give her that initial hesitation, she won't pull back. If from the beginning you're completely non-needy and you're completely emotional in tune with her, whenever there's something going on in between you guys, you're like, boom, you call it out, you talk about it, you work through it, she will not pull back. She won't pull back. You want to know why? Because deep down she realizes she will never, ever find a guy like you. That's it. There is this principle. Like a lot of guys, what they think about is, oh, I think I'm a 7 out of 10 because I got money and I look pretty good, but I don't have this, so 7 out of 10. Other guys are like, oh yeah, nah, nah, I'm good and not a lot of money. And you don't want to play that game because there's always someone who's better looking, more money, whatever. There's always someone better in that game. What you want to do, you're not a 9 out of 10. You're not a 7 out of 10. You're a motherfucking 1 out of 1. There's no one like you. That's the mindset you want to have. And if you have that mindset and you're not needy and you know exactly how to deal with emotional turbulences in the relationship, you're not going to get a pullback. They won't pull back. The only reason they pull back is because they smell weakness. Something is going on. Let me pull back. And then you're like, oh fuck, what do I do? You chase, 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 chase. She's like, amazing. Thank you, Ro. I do feel like I'm on a good rant here, you know? Now, and I know that you would get this, Ro. I know there's a lot of my followers. If I talk about this shit on, let's say, my Instagram reels, they get like 100 views. This is the truth. People don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear it. They're like boring. And like I said in the beginning of this live, if I make a video, secret CIA seduction strategy, 60K views, people are like, wow, secret CIA seduction strategies? Me likey. But the moment you get more in depth, they leave, which is why I only do the in depth on my YouTube and here in the lives. So that's really how you can prevent a pullback. Now, let's say that the pullback is happening as we speak. What do you do? So realize you fucked up, right? Now, I know you. Most likely, if she's pulling back, you're getting anxious. You're like, fuck, she's pulling back. What do I do? Same things. You have to realize that even if she leaves you, right? Although now it might feel super dramatic. You're like, no, I don't want her to leave me. No, no, she completes me. It might feel like that. If you rationally think about it, if she actually were to leave you, you have to come to terms with that. It can happen. It can always happen. If that actually were to happen, you would probably get over that. Might take you some time, but you're not going to be completely depressed the rest of your life. You would be okay without her because at a certain point, she wasn't in your life and you were okay. And now, so you will be okay. You have to realize that. You have to face your emotions, be like, okay, I see you. I see the neediness. That's fine. You can be there. I love you. But also, I realize if she actually were to leave, sure, I'll cry. I'll be sad, but I'll be fine. Right? That's it. And then all you need to do is don't chase. Just pull back. If she pulls back, you pull back. And with pulling back, do I mean you're just gonna sit? You're gonna sit on your chair and be like, all right, I am pulling back. Woo! Okay. Pulling back, pulling back. Fuck. Did she text me? Did she text me? Should I call her? No, I'm not gonna call her. No, I'm not gonna call her. No, no, no. Exactly, bro. But the pulling back itself, it's not you sitting on your ass and being like, I'm pulling back. Oh, look at me. I'm pulling back, pulling back. No, 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 no. What you want to do is pull back and build your fucking island. That's what you want to do. You want to pull back and just live. Pull back, hit the gym. Pull back, go out with friends. Pull back, talk to some different girls. Doesn't mean you have to fuck them. If you're the type of guy who's like, oh, but I don't like that because I'm with her, I'm not going to fuck. Hey, that's all good, dude. And if you're the guy who's like, oh, no, I'll fuck her, no judgment at all, dude. Like everyone has their own style. But move on. Genuinely move on. Act like it didn't even happen. And then you know what's gonna happen? Two things. One, she's gonna pull back completely. Amazing. Sure, cry, do whatever you need to do, but that's amazing because now you dodged a bullet. Because if she's the type of girl that pulls back after you've been dating, all of a sudden she pulls back and you don't chase and she doesn't come back, be happy she did it now. She could have done it in 10 years when you're married, when you have gave her three fucking babies, you have a family. Now she's pulling back. This will ruin your life. So if it happens in the first month, woo, party. You should have a pullback party. You should have a fucking pullback party. Bring the bros together, go to the club, pull back, pull back, pull back, have fun. That's what you should do. Literally, you should do this. I am cracking a joke, but genuinely, this is a really good idea. Have a fucking pullback party. Go out with your bros and just start screaming pullback. Like move on. You get me? So that's one thing. She pulls back and she just never comes back. That's one. Most of the cases they will come back later when you're ready for it, like a year, 2 years. They'll be like, oh hi, but now you don't want them anymore. So most likely that's what happens. She completely pulls back, or this is what happens a lot of times, or she actually comes back. Now she can come back, and what you're gonna do is you're going to like listen. What you want is that you genuinely become the man that really didn't even notice. Like you really want to become that man where you're just like she didn't reply for 2 days, or you're just partying, having fun, going out, building a business, hitting the gym, being with friends, doing cool shit, going surfing, whatever you like to do. And then when she comes back, you're like, oh hey, that's who you want to become. But right now, I know you're not, and that's fine. At least act like it. All right. You should act like you didn't even notice. If she comes back, she's gonna come back like, "Hey, babe, how have you been?" You're like, "Oh, hey, good. You? Hey, been busy. How about you?" You have to act completely unbothered, like you didn't even notice. That's when she feels your strength. When you can do that, when you pull that off, not only is she gonna come back, she's gonna come back and be on her best fucking behavior because this is the ultimate shit test, her pulling back. If she feels your strength, if she feels he's still grounded, he's still calm, he's still present, she's gonna think, fuck, she's gonna be so wet. She's like, this is the guy. Because she literally tested your strength and you showed her the strength, right? In an ideal situation, you genuinely have that strength. In a less ideal situation, you act like you have it. I mean, yeah, there's no other way. Otherwise, you will lose her. So that's how you deal with a pullback. If there are any questions about that specifically, let me know. To sum it up, a pullback happens because it's the ultimate shit test. She's testing your strength. So a pullback happens because she smells some weakness. Maybe there's some neediness going on in you. Something changed in the dynamic. She smells it. Let me pull back. Now, if that happens, so to prevent it, don't be needy, be emotionally in tune with her, understand what's going on, and move through shit together. Make sure that it's always healthy and flowing. That's how you prevent it. But if it happens, what you do is if she pulls back, you pull back harder. Just like Rose says, you pull back harder. You just live your life, do amazing shit, move on, have fun, that kind of good stuff. And then either she's going to come back, in which case you act completely unbothered. You didn't even notice. You're like, oh, hey, how have you been? Amazing. I had such crazy days, lost days. I can't wait to tell you about it. It was so good. Oh, I had a blast. I've been busy. That's what you want, right? Or she's not going to come back, in which case you're going to have to let go of it, and it's a good thing. Now, any questions about that? Feel free to ask me. I'm going to take this question from Asha Sharaf 99, and then I'm going to hop off because it's late. Bro, I have a problem on creating attraction. I keep thinking, what's the best words I should say? Oh, this is a very good question. The best words you should say. Are you asking me for the magic line? Do you want me to tell you the one words that you should say to make all the bitches fall in love with you? Is that what you want to hear? I bet you do. Well, I'm not going to give you away my secrets. I'm not going to tell you the secret one word that works on every girl all the time that you can just say and they fall in love with you. You think I'm going to tell you? Of course not. I'm trolling you. I hope you get that. There is no word. There is no magic word that you can say. That's not the issue. Even if there was, like, even if I teach you the best line in the world, it's not going to work because it's not about the words. Women don't give a fuck about the words. People in general don't give a fuck about the words. They give a fuck about the energy. But women, oh, they don't give a fuck about the words. They honestly, they sometimes I feel like they I don't want to talk about it. But your question is telling me a couple of things, and what I'm gonna do here is you're not gonna like it, but I'm gonna give you the answer that you need and not the answer that you want. So this is what you should do. You have a problem with creating attraction, right? And now you're looking for the best word to say. So some girls will like you, some girls won't. That's a fact. Some girls will be massively attracted just because you have a crooked nose. I'm just making up a random example, but it's true. Some girls will be massively attracted to you just because they like the way you walk. It's fucking random, right? Some girls will fucking hate you just because of one specific look that you gave her. Or they will hate you because you have a freckle here and it reminds them of them ex that had the same freckle. It's super random, right? Now, you have influence, but no control. You cannot create attraction with someone that is just not attracted to you. You can't have them all, right? Some girls are just not open, and some girls they're just not into you. They don't like your vibe, and that's fine. What you can do, however, is destroy attraction. If there was any chance of natural attraction, you can fuck that up. You can fuck that up how? Anxiety, not being confident, not being authentic, not even being heard. If you have like a voice that's like, hey, hi, hi, little gay voice, that's gonna fuck you up. So there's a lot of ways in which you can fuck this up, but you can't like create a track. In a way, you can, but in another way, you can't. Again, paradoxes. I know you don't want to talk about paradoxes, but also I don't want to go too deep because I might have the feeling that maybe I'll lose you with that. My advice for you: stop focusing on the best words. Stop focusing on creating attraction, and start focusing on connecting. Stop focusing on trying to create attraction, get her to like you, create validation, create something where it's like, yeah, I did it, and focus more on connecting. So instead of trying to get something done, like how do I create attraction? Just maybe you should make a mindset shift where you're like, how do I even know I like her? Why don't I just go over? Okay, she's hot. Yeah, sure, I like that. But why don't I just go over and find out if she's cool? Why don't I go over and find out if I like her vibe? Why don't I go over and find out one cool thing about her? See if she actually vibes with me. Because what you're doing, it's selfish. Like you're really being selfish. You want what you want. How do I create attraction? Because if I create attraction, what does it say about me? I must be cool then. Eh? I'm cool. I guess I'm cool. I'm creating attraction with only one word. Fuck yeah. So you want to switch to selfless because the more you're selfish, the more you're occupied with what you want. Yo, what's up, dude? The more you're occupied with what you want, the more anxious you're going to be because you're like, I want this, I want that. And that's going to mess up any chance of attraction that's there in the first place. Because you're like, yeah, but I want it. I want the sex. I want you to validate me. I. The more you're in the more you're in your head trying to be a certain way, trying to get a certain reaction. And that doesn't work. The moment you switch to, I wonder what she wants, you become selfless. I wonder who she is. I wonder what makes her tick. Now you don't even have time to obsess so much with who you are and if you're cool enough and good enough and creating attraction and all that stuff. Now you can just walk up and be a normal dude. I keep saying it on every live game is just be normal and don't be weird. That's game in a nutshell. Be normal and don't be weird. You see someone that you like, what do normal and non-weird people do? Let me talk to her. Let me find out if I actually like her. That's what normal, non-weird people do. So for you, you need a shit ton of experience. You need to go out a lot. You need to go out and talk to one new person every day, at least one. If you go out in the nighttime, you can talk to 20. It's not that difficult. You can literally talk to 20 girls. It's easy. Just say, hey, what's up? How's your night going? Hey, what's up? How's your night going? Like that. You need a shit ton of experience and you need to make a mindset shift to what do I want? I want her to validate me. I want to create attraction. To I wonder what she's like. I wonder what makes her tick. I want to know about her. I'm curious about her. Let me talk to her. Let me ask her. Do that. Do that for a month. For a month, don't even try to fuck her. Just go over there, strike up a conversation. Don't try to create attraction. Just go over there, strike up a conversation. Be normal. Don't be weird. Ask her some questions. Figure out what's cool about her. If you've done that for a month, come back to me. Come back to me. DM me. Yo, bro, I did it for a month. And then if you've done that, I'll tell you the next steps. Does that help? Let me know if that helps. I think this is the first live that I do where I'm wearing a shirt. I'm always shirtless. So I love being shirtless. Makes me feel good. You're welcome, dudes. You're welcome. And I know that sometimes on these lives I can be a little bit harsh, but I keep saying it, keep repeating it. The reason I do that is because I know that pain really makes you change. So as long as I don't make you feel pain, if I don't make you feel silly about what you're doing right now, you won't change it. Because I can sit here and I can tell you what you want to hear, but I wouldn't be doing you a service. I'd actually be doing you a disservice. That's a lot of times what there's a lot of content creators that just create content for clicks and views and they don't really want to change the world. They kind of just want attention. And then what they do is they just make you feel good. That's what they do. Women love this shit, by the way. They love this shit. Did you see the reels where thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That's a good compliment. I am the Messi of seduction. Wait, I'm Ronaldo. Ronaldo is the best. No, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. But girls love that shit, the feel good shit, like Jay Shetty, where she's like, "You just gotta love yourself. You just gotta love yourself." What's up, Coach Shetty? Hey, there he is, the one and only. Oh, yeah, yeah. So yeah, a lot of content creators, what they do is they just make you feel good. They're just like, yeah, you just gotta love yourself. And as I said, girls love that. Did you ever see the memes where it's like reels for guys and then reels for girls? Reels for guys, you see the guy is like, oh, I must be better every day. I need to have the physique of a god. I need to be better. I need more money. Nobody loves me. I need to deserve it. And then there's the woman, and for the woman, it's like you are beautiful the way you are. You don't need to change for no one. You are just perfect. You deserve wine. Just lay in bath. It's all okay. You're beautiful. Like women love that content. Where it's like you're enough, queen. And we both need a little bit of each other there because man, they need a little bit of that because we're always like, I need to be better. I need to be the best. I need to dominate. Every day that I don't take action is another day wasted. This is Sparta. Where we can use a little bit of that self love where it's like, well, you know what? Maybe you can chill. Maybe at least maybe I'm speaking just for me, but I could use a little bit of that chilling where I'm like, it's time. You can take a step back. You can go in the bath and just lay for an hour and do nothing. So in general, what I'm saying is, men they can use a little bit more of that because most men they're really focused on self improvement, and with game that's one part, but the other part is self acceptance, which is what the women get on their content. So the women are like self acceptance. I am a queen. I don't need to change for no man. And the men they're like, I need to be better. I need to be the best. So I think we both need a little bit of that, right? So you, man, especially, you need to be a little bit more self-loving, be sweet for yourself, realize that it's more about self-acceptance than it is about self-improvement, which is exactly what I just told you. It's how do I create attraction? Self-improvement. I want to create something. How can I do better? How can I do better? Where self-acceptance is like, I'm good enough. I am good enough. I love myself. Hey, there's a pretty girl. Let me check out who she is like. I want to know who she is. You see the difference there? I saw a question coming in. Sir, how to go and approach directly? There's so much fear, firstly. Yeah, bro, send me a DM. I'll help you out. Send me a DM, send me the word approach, and I'll send you over a training that's going to help you. All right, brothers, I'm going to hop off because I'm going to hop off. So, any last questions? This would be the perfect moment. No questions? All right, guys, then I'm about to hop off. It was good to have you all on. Have a good night, day, noon, whatever it is, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Peace, guys.